Hello and happy Monday. Welcome to the She Boss Talk channel. I am Shanté R. Roddy, and I am coming on with another update, a stimulus update for entrepreneurs and small business owners. This is about the $600 billion Paycheck Protection Program to let you know, all of you all know that it is now closed. So I don't believe any lenders, even the online lenders like PayPal and Square, they have already shut down because the deadline for the SBA to issue you a application number is tomorrow, June 30th. So the lenders wanted to have enough time to be able to process the applications that they have. So I know a lot of you all, waited to the last minute. And I always say, never wait to the last minute. This is a multi-billion-dollar program. They still had about $130 billion left in the program. We don't know what's going to happen next. We know that they have another stimulus that they're discussing in Congress, some additional bills that they're discussing, but we don't know if they're going to bring this program back. There have been talks about with the next stimulus bill, giving additional money to those who already apply. But again, we don't know what's going to happen because, again, they're negotiating it in Congress like right now. But we definitely know there is still much more help needed, more stimulus dollars needed for entrepreneurs and small businesses to be able to rise out of this pandemic. And with understanding that COVID is on the rise again, and there is an expectation that business will be shutting down again, it's going to be really upon them to take necessary action to make sure that small businesses don't go out of business, that we can sustain our businesses during this time because we are so important. We're essential to the economy getting back on track. So we're looking to our leaders, the president and Congress, all our city and state leaders to really help small business. So again, this is for the Paycheck Protection Program. This is one of the programs under the CARES Act for which over $600 billion were allocated to this funding program to provide forgivable loans to small businesses. So congratulations to those of you that did apply, that have been funded. So I just want to talk briefly about what's next for those that did apply. You're already using your funds. That is the intention, that once you get funded, you're approved, you get your money deposited, that you don't hold on to that money, that you use the time. So with the Paycheck Protection Flexibility Act, they made some changes to really help accommodate, provide more flexibility for us as small business owners. But once you're funded, you really need to start working that money, right? So you either rehire, you pay your employees, you pay all of the non-payroll, bills and expenses that you have, because 60% needs to go towards payroll, and then the other 40% needs to go towards non-payroll related costs in order to have your loan 100% forgiven. And that's what we want you all to be able to do. Yes, they have great loan terms for this program, but we want 100% forgiveness. So I want to make sure that all of you are taking the necessary steps to do that. That includes making sure that you have a separate allocated account for your PPP money, so you know exactly where it's going, so you can account for it when you go to submit your application. And guess what? For forgiveness. And you can submit your application for forgiveness as soon as you use your funds. So you definitely don't want to delay that. You have between 8 to 24 weeks. It used to be you only had 8 weeks, right? So that put a lot of pressure on businesses to meet that deadline. They have expanded it to 24 weeks. So you have until December 31st, 2020 to spend your loan money. Okay. And so, making sure that you have your account set up. If you're a solopreneur, that you set up an account and you simply label it owner's draw. So you know, and everyone else knows, the lending institution knows that this money did go to you for owner's draw or whatever it was allocated for. So just set those up properly. If you have accounting systems, that's great. Keep it separate from all your other transactions. It's going to make it more simpler for you. Now, for those that have taken under, like solopreneurs, self-employed individuals, those with 0 employees, they have a streamlined, right, easy application process for us to be able to get our loans forgiven. So it's not a long drawn out application, which is great for you all, right, that have taken out the loan. So one thing that I wanted to mention, that if you were receiving unemployment, so pandemic unemployment assistance, so some of you are out there because you're able to apply for multiple programs, right? Once you are funded, you have to suspend your unemployment for the time you're using the funds. So really account for that you cannot be on unemployment and using the funds at the same time. So it says, how much you have been funded for, how long it's going to take you to spend. That's why I said you don't have to wait 24 weeks to spend the money. It's just giving flexibility up to 24 weeks. So you spend that money, and then if you need to go back on unemployment, you can do that, but you cannot be receiving those benefits at the same time. Okay. And then if you apply for EIDL and was refunded by EIDL, that's separate. Okay. But if you did receive the advance, which you all should have, and we know some of us are still waiting for that, but that advance amount, so between 1,000, right? If you are a solopreneur to up to 10 employees, you would get up to $10,000. Well, say for instance, you were funded 100,000 through PPP and you received a $10,000 advance, then you would just take off $10,000 in forgiveness, and how much you would be of your PPP will be forgiven is less whatever the amount of your advance was. And so you do have to account for that on your application. There will be a line item right on your forgiveness application that will ask you about the EIDL program advance that you did receive, and you just need to account for that. So you're not losing anything. You just need to account for that money that you got. So it's going to balance out. But it's going to be important for you to follow that. Make sure that you're managing your money, you're tracking your money correctly, and then as quickly as you can, go back to the lender. Get the information is in the description where to get the application if you need to do it. But go back to the lender, whoever funded you. They are the ones that are going to be the ones processing your forgiveness, right? So if you apply through PayPal or Square or your bank or some other financial institution, they will be the ones that do that for you, okay? So you don't have to wait. If you've spent your money already and you've allocated it, complete the application and get that in as quickly as possible so you can get that forgiven. What does that mean? That's free money to you, right? So I talk about all these grant programs. That's free money to you as long as that you're following those steps, okay? And as always, if you have any questions, please do leave them in the comments. I'll come back. I'm going to answer those for you. If you got your application in yesterday, expect that they are processing it, that you will receive a loan number. So you need to receive a loan number from the SBA, and then they will continue processing it. But if you did not get it in, it is over with. I don't know any lender that is still lending because they need to process it by tomorrow's deadline for the SBA. But if you got yours in, continue with the process. Come back in, tell me where you are. Did you get funded? How much you were funded for? I love to hear all the progress that is being made, making sure that you all are getting access to your money. Please do check out my other videos. Do subscribe to this channel because I'm always providing information on these relief programs, helping you get access to money, access to grant opportunities. I think I have over 20 grants on my channel that I just posted recently that are all still open. But understand that all of these different programs have timelines and deadlines. Don't procrastinate. Don't delay. When you hear about them, take action. Block it off on your calendar. Block off time to apply for these programs so that you are not left out. And don't think you don't qualify. Okay. So a lot of people, it took them hearing from me to know that they qualify for some of these programs, that they did not have to have employees, that they could have a nonprofit company, organization, and still apply for the program. They could be an independent contractor and apply for this program. So don't count yourself out. Just approach everything as though you are qualified, because you are, and go after everything that you deserve and are entitled to. In any way that I can help you do that, I'm here to do it. That's what this channel is for. And I look forward to, again, hearing more and more of your testimonials, your success stories about the money that you've been able to receive through these relief programs and grants. Thank you so much. You all have a wonderful week. Continue to strive towards success. Continue to help each other. We're in this together. Be safe and continue to stay in good health. Have a wonderful day.